Hello and welcome back. I'm Shelf Unit and this is my continuing Let's Play of Underrail. So I'm gonna go down here, I think, to start off with before we go around the corner. Okay, fair enough. Shouldn't be down there. That's fair enough. Not really going to complain too hard about that. So up there was the lab, which we cleared out. And now we're going to see what, if anything, is down here. Probably things we don't want to encounter, but who knows. I'm Renegade. Renegade greets you. Guard greets you with a raised barrel. None of you here get lost. What's going on in there? Private party? If I told you, I'd have to kill you. I'd turn around and leave. Goodbye. What does it say? Dolos Center. Fair enough. I will not bug you for the time being, even though I do know what should be there. I think there was some quest that I had to do for, I can't remember who it was, somebody, not in the too distant future. And nothing in there. Quick save and see who's in here. I think it's... okay, it's nobody. But I do get a tiny bit more XP, which I shall gladly take. Okay. Now that's done. Let's carry on. Okay. And some more. Okay, let's say hello to these guys. Of course, you get... of course. So let's reload that. Up on the shield. And... might be worth sorting him out now. Come on, 80%. Come on! Oh, fuck off! Fuck off! Absolutely fuck off! 3 88% misses. Fuck off. Literally fuck off. Go suck a fucking... really? Really? I forgot about that. Honestly, so annoying. Tungsten steel? It is. How much is my shield down? My shield is down 21 points. It's fine. That'll do. Nothing there, and in here we've got something. But what? The Emporium. This is the shopping mall. Not going to worry too much about this place yet, as I do know all about it from our last trip. This was the place that we got the quest to go for with the not JKK, the other place. Oh, I can't remember what the names were, but I know where we are. So we'll pop down here. Only minorly concerned about my shield being 2/3 charged. Okay, here we're safe because of the train, and I believe this is the chort area. Honestly, come on. Probably going to start up here now. After I go down here and see if there's any more XP areas. I'll take another lockpick. Nope, no other areas. Come on. Yeah, well. Fuck you. Hey, I'm busy here. So, let's chat to Daphne. A petite young woman appears to be lost in thought, her gaze fixed on some distant spot far behind you. Upon approaching her, she looks at you and smiles, making her cheeks plump up. When she speaks, her voice has a mostly pleasant timbre, but there is also a hint of abrasiveness from time to time, sounding like she's suffered some degree of damage to her voice. Hi, stranger. You here to join the Chortists? Maybe. What can you tell me about them? Oh, well, if you join the line, But first allow me to introduce myself. I'm Daphne. Nice to meet you, Sarian Star. Nice to meet you too, Daphne. Okay, Sarian Star, let's talk. What can you tell me about yourself? I'm a geneticist from Foundry. What exactly do you mean by that? You see, Foundry's a station, town, call it what you will, that revolves around a single thing, mining. Well, mining, processing, and manufacturing products of ore that have been mined out. True, but most important aspect is that such place has no room for, say, a biologist. It's like a fisherman on a train station. He's got nothing to do. Anyway, I had to get out of there. How did you end up here in the first place? My parents brought me here when I was little. Money was good, sure, but if we'd gone to Southgate or Rail Crossing, we would have been golden. But, oh well, I ended up there. Years went by, I grew older. No more will I waste my time in that dump, I said to myself. I had aspirations. I'm going to study as much as I can and get out of that hole and move forward in life. Isn't it a bit dangerous to travel around alone? Technically, it's more dangerous to live in Foundry. I'm not exaggerating, sir, even so. Nope. What can you tell me about this place? Well, I got tired of living in a polluted environment. That's one reason. The other is, well, the Institute of Chort seems to need a lot of experts in the field of biology, genetics, and similar. I'm not saying I'm an expert, but joining them could be the first step towards becoming one. Besides, I'm sure they pay good money. Just look at the building. Do you even know why they need so many scientists? I know what you really mean. Are these guys some evil cultists that perform twisted experiments and torture people? And if so, why would I want to join them? Well, she makes a slightly longer pause. Frankly, I don't know what's going on inside, but I know one thing. There's no other place in Underrail where you can go and not ask yourself the same question, Sir Evenstar. The whole world is twisted, and despite their strange appearance, these Chortists seem like, Look, I'm careful. If I sense anything too strange is going on, I'll back out. I haven't lost all my senses from living in Foundry. Got that one? And what can you tell me about the Chortists? From what I know, the Institute of Chort is a research organization that celebrates a creature called Chort. Supposedly that creature's genome is very unique, and whatever they learn from it can be applied to humans as well. I've learned terms like directed evolution and conquering the surface, but I won't comment on those until I know more. This is their main building. They supposedly have facilities in deep caverns as well. That's all, pretty much all I know. It's not my fault. It's just that information on them's kind of scarce. Okay. So, let's talk to Maurice. Some people call me Maurice. Kale. You see this person nonchalantly watching other people in the courtyard. He has a self-satisfied smile on his face whilst eyeing everyone around him. He also seems to hold his chin steadily elevated, as if posing for a sculptor to transfer it into an elaborate bust. Interestingly, he seems astounded when you come near him and attempt to start a conversation. Your approach is met with a puzzled gawk, followed by him looking down at his body for some, to you, unknown reason. Then he lifts his head up and speaks to you. You can see me? Touch him. He slaps your hand. Stop that! I will not allow some petty mortal to touch me. How dare you? He ponders the situation for a moment. The only reasonable explanation for you being able to see me is that you must possess some special gift. Some special power, mortal. Yes, that must be it. Oh, that's good to know. Who are you anyway? I'm Kale, the Lord of Invisibility. I am the only one who has truly mastered the art of being in a state of gone. Completely invisible to the naked eye. Gone is the proper term for such a state. And it was I who came up with it. It sounds pretty cool. Of course, I can see how such divine things can impress a mortal being, such as yourself. Yes, would you be so kind to tell me your name? Sarah Evenstar. Sarah Evenstar, you say. A mortal name indeed. Well, let's talk about that gift of yours, shall we? Lads, tell me of this gift of yours. When did you first realize you were able to see invisible people? You can see someone, and he's not invisible. You don't seem to understand the question. Working with mortals is painful. Let's try it like this. I'm invisible, you can see me. Therefore, since common mortals can't see me, but you can, you must have some special ability which allows you to do so. That's the only logical conclusion, and if you... He stops speaking as his eyes shift away from you. He begins scratching his beard. Soon after, he points his finger at you and speaks. I understand now why you're so confused. You haven't had the opportunity to see an invisible person because there was an invisible person to see. This is confusing. Can we change the subject? Confusing? Yes, perhaps to you, but not to me. And by the way, we're not changing the subject. I'm not done with this yet. You cannot answer my question about first noticing you had a gift which allows you to see invisible people because you never had the opportunity to see an invisible person. I, Kale, Lord of Invisibility, am the first invisible person you were able to see, and that's why the existence of your gift seems to perplex you so much. For one to know if he is capable of seeing invisible people, he must first see someone who is invisible so that his mind can confirm that he has seen someone invisible. But since he can never see anyone invisible because there wasn't anyone invisible to see, then that one is unaware of his ability to see invisible people. So when he finally has an invisible person to see, and he sees it, he doesn't attribute that to the fact that he is able to see invisible people, but considers the invisible person to be visible to everyone. That still doesn't answer the question about how you're able to see me, or the origin of your gift, mortal. Well, since you seem to have no freaking clue that I'm even talking about, I suppose you won't be of much help. So better leave it at this. I'll just disregard you as an anomaly, and stop concerning myself with it. I think it's best if we discuss something else, if we must. You call everyone mortal, does that mean you're immortal? But of course, I'm special. Do you think this ability that was bestowed upon me would fit a mortal man? Just wasted once. I, Kale, the Lord of Invisibility, perishes? No. This is not how these things work, mortal, and I don't expect you to understand. How can you be so sure? He rolls his eyes. You and your mortal questions. How are you so sure? I'm sure because what I possess should not be possessed by a mortal man. And if it is not for a mortal man, then I am not mortal. Do you understand? Then why shouldn't exactly the mortal man have the power to be invisible? Because mortal people are regular people, common, and common men cannot enter the state of gone. I, Gale, the Lord of Invisibility, am special, and can enter the state of gone, therefore I am not mortal. Simple logic. Mortal. Now stop bothering me with these silly questions. Goodbye, Kale. Goodbye, mortal. Yep, can't be bothered with that. Yeah, can't be bothered with these either. Empty barrel. Fabric scrap. Let's talk to detritus. You approach a man with a young man standing next to a barrel full of boiling soup which doesn't smell nearly as life-threatening as it looks. He wears old worn-out clean clothes that look like they would easily disintegrate should he stand next to a passing train. His physique, on the other hand, is much more solid. Handsome, with a burly body covered in clear, uniformly toned skin. The guy, combined with his unusually milky white teeth, makes him look like he was created to simply stand and look good. His calloused and heavily scarred hands, however, imply the opposite. Hey, need something? Hello, I'm Sarah Evenstar. I had some questions if you had the time. Nice to meet you, Sarah Evenstar. I'm detritus. Got nothing better to do anyway. What do you want to ask? What can you tell me about yourself? At first he seems a bit uneasy about the question, and then decides to answer it. I'm a simple zoner from Core City, who's searching for something better in life. Heard of the drop zone? I lived there my whole life. Awful place to live in. Awful people, awful food. If you can get your hands on some, in general, it's awful. Is there anything good about the zone for you? Family, I suppose. Nothing else really comes to mind. But the zone enjoys taking away good things from you. Plague swept my whole family away. Father, mother, granddad, 5 sisters and 2 brothers. All of them older than me. All gone. And it's usually easy to lose a life in drop zone, but that plague, that was pure evil. Plague? Yes, a hardcore plague dominated half the zone several years ago. Not a lot of folks know about the plague, because no one really cares what happened in the drop zone. But us zoners, we care, I care. My dearest are gone because of that pipe-working plague. How'd you manage to survive? He shrugs. Luck? It must be luck, because I don't have an explanation why death decided to spare me. I've never been ill my whole life. Ever. No colds, let alone something more serious. It's interesting. Maybe you're immune to the plague somehow. You ever been to a doctor? He bursts out laughing. Doctor? No, I'm a zoner, remember? You don't understand it. You come from a different world, you. It's all just luck, everything. And life is about having luck. It's what I learned. You can be good at something, sure, but if you're unlucky, then that's that. Nothing helps. Look at my hands. I've been working like a slave my whole life, and everything I earn can easily be chucked down pipeworks. It's miserable. I was lucky enough to survive the plague, but unlucky with everything else. He shrugs, drifting off for a moment. After taking a deep breath, he continues. Anyway, enough of that. Got any more questions? Honestly, not really. Gonna head out now, I think. Not gonna get into the chort area now. Gonna leave that for a little bit longer. I've got a few more things, bits and pieces that I want to deal with right now. Yeah, I want to go up here and then go down this way, I think. Just for the moment. What are we looking like? Yeah, hit points are improving. 187 now. Actually a viable. Yep, 2 possible exits down here. We'll go to this one first. There's the other. Oh no, it's not really another exit, it's just an exit. Is there a way up here? There is. Next station. It's always fun. Hell, that's actually quite painful. Gonna need to take that out. Where are my bandages? My bandages are here. But this at least replaces the health hypo and our last old metro ticket. Okay. Not perfect, but we did get some XP. And that works for me. What are we now? 12 out of 30? Keep out. Yeah, I've never been much for paying attention to signs. Let's see what's in the box. And a lockpick. What is my weight looking like? Very, very close to full. Very close to full. There's a trapdoor which I'm not going to. Well, I'll save and go down it. Bird from the other side, of course. Well, let's see what's down here. Bird from the other side, of course. Fair enough. So, whilst as enjoyable as it is, we cannot go down there just yet. I do want to know what's up here though. It's just a shame we are done for the old metro tickets. They were an invaluable set of oddities. So arena now, broadcasting schedule, the ancient rat hound tooth, Biocorp tech catalogs, bubblegum. There's quite a lot of things. I mean, we've got 3, 4, 9, 13. Yeah, there's enough to level up just on these. Just on these things. Okay. What damaged vent? What could we do with this? Whole vent is warped and cracked. Perhaps it could be removed with some force, but we do not have a strength of 8 or anything close. Let's put the shields up. Oh, hello, Mr. Bandit, sir. I'll leave it for that. No one else coming. Yeah, now I'm extremely overweight. Okay, I'm going to quick save here and see if I can see what's in these barrels without alerting anybody else. Ooh. Doctor's pouch. Empty cigarette packet. Finish off that. 3 gasoline cans. Okay, I'm out of here. And I will see you once I've dumped stuff off. So see you in a bit. Okay, and we're back. And we are going in. We finally found another arena broadcasting thing. I'm going to pop the shields up, even though there's not much left. Oh dear. Gubbins and Bandit. Well, let's see how far that gets me. Okay, not quite as good as I would like. Let's resume there. And first off, I'm going to recharge my shield a touch. Excuse me. Okay. So. That's actually really weak. Like, really weak. And did a touch of damage. Let's go up here. Oh, really? Okay, well, we're dead. We're dead. Yeah, all because I just can't seem to get that right, the right bit. Okay, let's come out of here. Okay. So let's just add a note to here. Enemies here. And I'm going to leave them to their fun, and we're just going to finish up coming down here. I'm sure with a bit of effort I could take them, but right now it's, yeah, it's just not feeling like it's a viable option. Okay, let's pop along here, as I do like to be distracted. Well, go down here. So we'll head up here and see who's here. Ah, actual just bandits. 3 of them. Come on. Oh, I'll take it. That's 1 down, and I'll let you quite happily be dead there. And I will just quickly recharge myself. Take all of that. Take all of that. And take most of that. Is there anything else here? No, that was a really, wow, really poor haul, as it were. Okay, I think I'm gonna end it here. I will do so whilst popping back around to dump stuff off. When we come back, I will be going up this area, down this area, and seeing if there's an area in between these two. So thank you ever so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, please subscribe. If not, do not worry about it. Thank you again, and I will see you next time. Yeah, goodbye.